So today's raining. I can't go to my forest lah. So I have to be holed up in my house today. And today is I'm going to share some topics. Yes, okay. And obviously, I need to start with my usual. What day is today? So today is Friday, and today I'm going to share a little bit about things where I noticed this trend of people actually being more healthy, being much more conscious about what they eat, and um, how it might affect people's, for example, investment approach, for example, attitude towards their life. So I noticed a lot of people recently around me have been very focused on so-called biohacking, or they're actually focused on improving their diet or exercising more or being more healthy lah in general. And obviously it's a good thing lah, right now. It's a good thing. But not only just friends, I see a lot of people around me, as in even in the trips I go to, like, for example, to Cameron Highlands. Also, I see a lot of people actually cycling up the hill for, wow, quite crazy, to cycle up the hill. Obviously, cycling is quite a big trendy sport even before this COVID-19. But uh, after this COVID-19, I think it's even more taken to the extreme, where people are actually very conscious about health. Obviously, one of the things of COVID-19, it so-called uh, attracts to is those people with some kind of immune system issues, where they are maybe like having pre-existing symptoms like diabetes, or cardiac issues and stuff like that. So um, I think this is an overall very interesting trend. And I myself also last year has been taking up a vegan diet, right? And very interesting because this seems to be a pretty much longer term thing, meaning it's no longer something where people think of it as a fad, whereby people just okay lah, just treat it as a one time thing. Like example, like bubble tea, and then after that people will get sick of it. Then even then, bubble tea also quite long lasting. So uh, food wise, there is this change in trend. So one of it is people are actually working from home a lot more now during this COVID period. And also, of course, those that are going to the offices or going to restaurants to eat, you can see there are a lot of restrictions. We can't eat together in big groups. We are more or less bound to have two people in one seat, one table, for example. So it's very much of a hassle, and people are more inclined to eat at home, right? Or eat in the offices directly, where they have a more safe environment. So what's changing? I think there are some big major changes in play that a lot of people might not be able to sense. One of it, of course, is the change in diet. So people are eating healthier. They want to exercise more, and uh, if you think of it this way, there are some businesses that are being very traditional, and if they don't keep up to it, for example, the fast food business, I think they may, in the longer term, be in some sort of trouble lah, where uh, their target market are those people that are of the so-called previous generation, whereas those newer generations are really focused on health, because if we can live longer, we can kind of compound our wealth, right, in longer term. And another point is that a lot of people now, because of the issues, might make it a habit. It's already a habit, I believe, especially in the corporate sector, where people don't really eat in restaurants that frequently, but uh, it will become a permanent habit to actually eat in offices, or just to get people to either you cook at home, which means you kind of eradicate a lot of those restaurants, F&B, once this MCO or this COVID-19 kind of ads. It may not disappear entirely, but there will be a certain niche where it becomes irrelevant. So of course, those that are very high-end ones, like example the very Michelin three-star ones, will be quite fancy. Then there will be those that are like the low-end ones, the cheap ones. Then yes, they will also be doing very well. But those in the middle, the cafes, you see quite a lot of them will kind of disappear lah. So if you think of it this way, what's going to happen? A lot of all those franchise business might be impacted. We will see a rise of this trendy. Actually, because it's B2B, it's not very obvious, but the power of cloud kitchens will be uh, coming into play probably in the next 10 years. And of course, health. So if you see those, like I mentioned, fast food or certain industries that are catered to eating very unhealthy food, they will eventually, in terms of multiples, in terms of the price, let's say I'm talking about investment, right? Share price will be impacted. Then what about those more healthy business, healthy uh, industries? I think they'll be on the rise. So if you look up overall, right, I think their performance is doing well lah. Hmm. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Okay. Bye bye.